The 2022 hurricane season started with a historic lull. A tropical storm formed 5 days into the season, but then nothing until September 1st. Thank you for joining us. I'm Celine MacArthur in for Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Amanda Hall. In total, we had 14 named storms, of which 8 became hurricanes. 2 intensified to major hurricanes, of course, including Ian, with winds reaching 155 miles an hour sustained at a massive storm surge. Wink News anchor Lois Tomey takes a look back.
Oh my God. This has a higher flood potential for storm surge.
A track teetering on the edge as Southwest Florida watched, prepared, hoped for Ian to stay away. But as the hours ticked by, it became clearer that the hurricane, growing in the Gulf, would swirl east, strengthening as it slowed. When Ian rolled in, making landfall on Cayo Costa September 28th, it delivered a deadly, drenching, devastating punch to Southwest Florida. The community watched as the water rose.
We swam to Walmart because the water came up in like 5 minutes. It filled my house, and I didn't want to drown.
Watching the water rise up your stairs on your 3rd floor home, that's when you start panicking.
The streets disappeared. The sheer power of the surging water tossed yachts like toys. But the survivors' stories, incredible, including Johnny Lauders. He swam half a mile to rescue his mom from her Naples home.
Halfway in the journey, I was looking up because the telephone lines were all arcing and it was sparking. And I was waiting to feel a hum in the water. And if they started feeling a buzz, then I'd, of course, go around, but it wasn't going to stop me. And as I took one picture, and literally a minute later, I'm not even joking, I looked up at the poles. I thought, okay, I'm fine. And when I looked down, there's this knee board in front of me, as if somebody put it there. As I approached my mom's unit, I hear screaming, which was a overwhelming feeling of fear and joy at the same time. One, not knowing if she was trapped or hurt under something. And 2, I was happy because I knew there was air still in her lungs. So it turns out that she was on the phone with my son and yelling at me through the window that she can't get to the door. I got the back window down and out. That's when I took a picture to show Grandma was safe. She doesn't have teeth, but believe me, she was smiling. And the water was up to her chin. I mean, aside from if I would have been 20 minutes later, she wouldn't be here.
Kevin Ott braved the storm on what began as a mission to rescue his kid's grandma.
He saved us.
Yeah, it was like seeing an angel.
Superman, a big cape behind his back. He's ready to fly off and take off and just save whoever he needs to save.
Looked like an angel. He pulled up on this pontoon boat to our front door, took us out of the canoe onto the pontoon boat.
In all, he saved 12 people. The Category 4 hurricane is the deadliest storm in the state's modern history, and it left our shoreline in shambles. While on the East Coast, Nicole, a Category 1 storm, came ashore near Vero Beach. It's the first hurricane to make a November landfall in Florida since 1985. It sucked the coastline into the Atlantic Ocean and homes and buildings right along with it.
And the water's coming right up to the windows, and it was like it sounded just like a freight train just going by, and it never stopped. It never ended.
But from coast to coast, the resiliency to build back better than ever is unmatched.
We'll just take it day by day. That's all we can do.
There's nowhere else for us. My wife, she's 44 years old. She's born and raised right here in this house.
And I thought it would be appropriate to have the tree come back as the rebirth of Fort Myers Beach and to provide the hope that we are going to be back. We will be stronger.
Stronger than ever. Together. Lois Tomey, Wink News.
From July 3rd to August 31st, the Atlantic didn't produce a single named storm. The last time that happened was the year Pearl Harbor was attacked in 1941.